All right, guys, welcome back to another Madden 23 Bucs franchise. And so the Falcons actually picked up a win in the last week's game. So we are 2-5 after losing to the Saints, and the Falcons are 1-6. And not only do we play them this week, but after our bye in week 9, we played them again in week 10. So this time we're playing them at home. And what I wanted to look at is mock draft number 2 right now is showing that they have the number 1 overall pick currently. And they're projected to take Taylor George, the quarterback that we are looking to potentially get. And now that we have Taylor George 75% scouted, we can see that he has A, deep accuracy, B, short, A, under pressure, and then B to C, medium accuracy. Again, some of his player notes are not great. Like he experiences feeling non-existent pressure, but at least he has a throw under pressure, so that's at least a little bit of a benefit. Again, his throw power and his strength is great to elite. Otherwise, his physical traits are relatively average. His awareness and break sack are a B, play action is a C, and throw on the run is a C, and that's about all we know about him right now. But mostly just a kind of prototypical classic pro-style quarterback, not really much of a runner, just kind of a guy that stands in the pocket, kind of like a Tom Brady sort of quarterback, Peyton Manning style. And we are going to play against the Falcons this week, and this is also the trade deadline week. So before we get into the game, it's a big game, and Kyle Pitts, without a doubt, is going to be a problem, by the way. But before we get into the game, we need to try and re-sign Antoine Winfield. So we've opened up cap space for sure, and now we should be able to re-sign him. If we can't do it, we may have to franchise tag him or try to trade him. I don't want to trade him. So we're going to go up to 12 mil, and we're going to go up to 6.5. And I'm not sure that's actually going to get the deal done. Let's see. What is player friendly? So this is what he actually wants probably. So we're going to offer him 5, and we're going to go 6.5 and 11. Let's see if he takes this. All right, he took it. So we overpaid significantly, but at least we got Winfield signed long term. And if we decide to move off of him eventually, that is something that we're willing to do. But John Ridgeway and Juwan James are not able to be available to re-sign because we already withdrew our offers for them, and that's fine, honestly. John Ridgeway is not going to be on the team past this season anyways. Julio, we have to wait until later to re-sign, and with that signing now for Antoine Winfield, let's go ahead and get into this game against Atlanta. The quarterback for the Falcons is actually Jacoby Brissett right now, which is interesting. He had 2 TDs and no picks in their previous game, and it's also a rain game in Tampa. I was not expecting this many rain games in Florida, but another rain game, this time at home, and coming out, kicking it off, and on the return, they're not going to bring it out. But we're going to see what's different about this team. We're just going to go through their roster real quick and just see what's different, because obviously they've made a change at QB with moving on from Mariota and going to Jacoby Brissett. And again, they are the team that is likely to take Taylor George if he's available at number 1. So we obviously would like... Oh, yeah, Mariota's still on the team. He's just fallen down the depth chart. But we would like to get Taylor George. But if the Falcons have the number 1 pick, it looks like they're going to take him. At halfback, Cordarrelle and Tyler Algier are still there. Wide receiver, Drake London, Traquan, and Richie James. Kyle Pitts at tight end with Brevin Jordan. The O-line is looking pretty good. They drafted Steve Avila. And they got Chris Lindstrom still, Caleb McGarry, Ashawn Robinson, Grady Jarrett, Sheldon Rankins, Trenton Simpson at left outside linebacker out of Clemson. Looks really good with 90 speed at 6'3". Rashawn Evans and Michael Walker. Troy Anderson as well. Lorenzo Carter, AJ Terrell, Casey Hayward, Kai Blue Kelly, and Richie Grant and Jaron Kearse coming over from Dallas. First play, we're bringing a double safety blitz. We just re-signed Antoine Winfield long-term. Jaquan got his first sack of the season last game. We're bringing both of them off the edge, and we're going to see what they can do. We're watching the slant. It's covered. Can we get pressure? Eli Ricks can't make the tackle on Drake London, and Taylor Britt is finally there to miss the tackle. And Drake London goes down at the 21-yard line. We tried something a little creative on defense. We brought double safety blitz pressure, which we almost never do a double safety blitz. I mean, it's a risky play, but neither of them got through on it. Joey Tryon on the edge, Cordarrelle underneath, picking up the first down. Richie James is injured on the play. On 1st and goal. We're in cover 1. We're going to drop into cover 2. We know this is a pass. Zach Sealer drops back. I'm stuck on him. We're going to try to get him. Oh, we get the sack this time from Devin White coming off the edge. And again, a formation sub we've got to make is getting him off of the edge. But we're going into big nickel anyways, and he's going to be back in his normal linebacker spot playing coverage. But, God, Devin White can do everything, dude. He can rush. He can drop back and play excellent coverage. He's incredibly fast. He can play man. We got the curls covered. Back left corner. We forced incompletion on Kyle Pitts. A great job by Nick Turner, who rarely gets to come in and play, but he is subbed in right now at the safety spot, and I think we're actually going to put Eli Ricks back there. We're trying out Jaquan at nickel right now just to see what he can provide for us. I will say that Eli Ricks has done a great job playing nickel, but I also want to see what Jaquan can do at the nickel spot. He's doing a good job pressing right now. The slants might come open, but we get the sack this time from Montez, and we get pressure coming through, making it 4th and goal and stopping them for the field goal. A great job by Montez on the play, and yeah, again, so happy with our decision to trade for Montez and for Zach Sealer. All right, everyone's moving a little bit slower because of the rain. We'll see if Jalen Hyatt can get a good kick return because of it, as he brings it out from the 5-yard line. And we get a good block, and no. We got one good block to start off with, and then they kind of just got through. And down at the 26-yard line as the offense comes onto the field, and we're going to try to mix things up a little bit more than we did last game. First play, we're going to try running it for net, but I want to see a lot more RPOs. I want to see a lot more bubble screens. I want to see halfback screens, a lot shorter build-up plays, less play action, less opportunities to be sacked and make it a 3rd and long. We got Mike Evans on a double move. Not sure that's going to get open. We're looking instead. It looks like Irv Smith over the top, and he can't hold on to it. Good coverage. I think that was Michael Walker on the play. And so we are in a 3rd and long already. I was just talking about trying to avoid these 3rd and longs, but we are in one again, and we're trying PA slot corner. 2 corner routes on the play. Julio could get open. Otherwise, Godwin might be open over the middle. And, oh, they got pressure immediately. Jesus. Lorenzo Carter coming in for the sack off of Tristan Wirf's side. And we'll see how quickly he came through. Wirfs just didn't block him again. Wirfs blocked nobody on the play. He came through for free. And truthfully, I don't even know what to say on some of those plays where we have one of the best right tackles in the entire game, and he's just not blocking anyone. Cover 2, we're watching the curls. Their receivers are running some crazy routes, and instead Jacoby throws it up. Eli Ricks is there, gets the interception, and is down at the 30-yard line. A big-time pick from the rookie. Again, making plays wherever he's put on the field. And it wasn't him that really made the play, though. It was the defensive line forcing pressure. Vita Vea getting there. Unusual for him to actually get to the quarterback. But a bad decision by Jacoby as well, throwing that ball up and letting Eli Ricks get an easy pick. On 1st and 10, we're doing play action out of weak, showing motion with Blossom Game. Hopefully they think it's a run. Instead, we get the chip block. Oh, crap. Over the middle, almost throwing the interception. That was dangerous. Cover 1, I didn't expect that coverage along the middle. And that was nearly a bad pick immediately. We're currently at -10 total yards. I'm going to try the RPO. Godwin's open. He's underneath and gets tackled immediately by Lorenzo Carter, making it a gain of 5, though, on the play, making it 3rd and 5. Somewhat manageable. You try running 4 verts. You got time to make the throw. Godwin open over the middle. Holds onto it for a big-time gain down to the 38-yard line. Okay, we're going to try a fake jet sweep with Chris Godwin. See what this does. Instead, actually, it is a handoff to him, and Godwin goes down for a loss of maybe 1 yard. And, you know, Atlanta is definitely on the similar caliber to us. Our 2 wins of the season so far have come against the Titans with Will Levis, and then against the Niners with Brock Purdy. And the Falcons are a team that we should beat, you know, a divisional opponent. They're vying for the #1 overall pick. They're projected to currently get it. And really, do we have more talent than them? It's hard to say. I think we're pretty even talent-wise right now. We have more talent on offense, maybe. Godwin couldn't get open across the middle. Kind of a little bit of a risky ball, and it's going to be incomplete. And we're going for our own 50-yard field goal, and we'll see if we can make this with the weather. Suckup, again, a very up-and-down kicker. We are probably not going to re-sign him long-term. This dude is... Let's see if he makes it. It does go through. So he had the leg for it. This time it was actually accurate, but still faded a little bit to the right on the kick. All right, coming out in regular nickel defense, we got Jaquan playing deep coverage this time. Eli Ricks getting 1 interception playing deep coverage already, but we're going to see what he can do back in the nickel. And run up the middle with Cordarrelle, and breaking 1 tackle before going down. Antoine Winfield to help. Cordarrelle picking up 3 yards on the play, and in the previous week he had 19 carries for 50 yards and a TD. Can we hold him to a similar performance? I would hope so. I would hope so. But so far we've shown that we're giving pretty much any running back 100 rushing yards and a TD or 2. We'll see. Cordarrelle on the carry, and they've clearly done their scouting as he breaks multiple tackles, picking up the first again. Now 3 carries for 22 yards. Just completely gliding right off of our tacklers. Just poor tackling. Devin White even couldn't make the tackle. Another motion. You know it's a run. It's a handoff to Cordarrelle, and we tackle him down at the 35-yard line for a loss, actually, of 1 yard. Finally, the defense stepping up and actually taking good lanes, getting a stop in the run game. Our block shed has been really rough lately, the last couple of games. Got Eli Ricks, got dropped down underneath. We're there. Throws it to the right flat instead. Cordarrelle with the grab, breaking the tackle from Jamel Dean. And going down at the 50-yard line just about. Jacoby having that 1 interception already. Not great, but I think Jacoby is actually a little bit more of a game manager than Marcus Mariota is. Nothing's open. Winfield's doubling underneath, but Eli Ricks has got the one-on-one, and that wasn't caught in bounds, luckily. Eli Ricks was kind of all over it. Jake Matthews is holding his shoulder. And they got 4 receivers out in the field this time. We're in cover 1 on 2nd and 10. I'm okay with it. Drake London's not the fastest on the outside. We're watching over the middle. We're there. Oh, but Diabate gets beat this time. And they pick it up down to the 27-yard line with just 9 seconds left in the first quarter. We're covering underneath. Oh, Diabate can't quite get the pass breakup on Drake London. And they're down at the 10-yard line. And again, it just seems like our coverage is just so bad sometimes. I mean, we don't got the highest zone coverage, but it's just... sometimes we just get picked apart. We're bringing a zone blitz, or a man blitz, actually. Throwing it underneath, and Cordarrelle's going to be out of bounds before we can hold on to it. That was probably going to be for a loss anyways. We're bringing another zone blitz. I feel like our most success comes off of blitz plays. We're not actually going to blitz Devin White. We're going to send him into coverage over the middle. The short out is there. Can we get there with Winfield? We do, but they get in to the end zone anyways with Traquan Smith for the TD. And they take a 10-3 lead. And does it get boring to get just crapped on by every team, including our own divisional opponents in the NFC South? Yes, it does. Getting beat badly every single game definitely sucks. On 1st and 10 from the 20, we have 28 total yards so far. And over underneath, Hyatt holds on to it for a nice short gain out of spacing. Just running a couple short curls. Giving the CPU a little taste of their own medicine. They love running short curl routes and little hitches. Again, we got Irv Smith open on this play. Another spacing concept. Beating zone coverage, and that time it was cover 3. Gonna try counter to the left. Got good blocks, but Fournette is just moving in mud. Like, if he had any speed, he would have got like 6 or 7 yards in that play. Instead, it's 2nd and 10 after a gain of nothing, and we're gonna try play action. They're probably not gonna bite on it. Fournette's open underneath. Can we get it to him? And it's forced incomplete instead. A good pass breakup as Michael Walker goes down with an injury on the play. And now it is 3rd and 10 again after 2 unsuccessful plays. And we're going to try another double corner play out of the gun. And if not, Godwin could be open underneath. Irv Smith's got the one-on-one to the outside. It's an inaccurate pass. Oh my God, man. Drake London having a good season, but just kind of surprising he doesn't have a single TD. He kind of reminds me of a Mike Evans type of player. Just kind of go up and get it type of receiver, and to not have a single touchdown, he's just not getting targeted in the red zone like you'd think he would. Kyle Pitts on the lead block, but Vita Vea just destroying that run play. Stopping Cordarrelle for a loss of 3, and that is what I've been waiting to see from the DT out of UW. I mean, he's a great run stopper. He's one of the best in the game, and he's been relatively quiet. I haven't seen him getting a lot of direct tackles. We're covering Kyle Pitts, and that's going to be an incompletion, making it 3rd and 13. On 3rd and 13, we're going to drop into cover 2 man. I'm not too worried about Jacoby scrambling. We're going to worry about Kyle Pitts with Devin White on him. Watching the corner. Instead, it's a little bit of a corner or a go. Can we get there with Carlton Davis? Oh! No! Oh my god. Why? Why does Drake London have to break 5 tackles? Carlton Davis is in coverage. We're playing the out by Kyle Pitts, who was going to be open. He has enough time to make this throw as as Montez gets kind of hit. Looks like a little bit of a hold. He kind of stumbles. And then he makes the throw to Drake London. Carlton Davis lays out to trip him, and it barely moves him. And Eli Ricks over pursues, runs past him, and can't get there. And then we get there with Jaquan Brisker, who gets run over by Drake London. That's just crazy to me. And finally, Diabate is there to make the tackle. And that was a big stop potentially for us, and we just couldn't come up with it. We had a couple great plays on that set of downs, and we just, man, it's just brutal. You just can't get off the field sometimes. Kyle Pitts beats Jaquan, and Jaquan's not fast enough to stop Kyle Pitts. He's going all the way for this touchdown, one-on-one. We brought another blitz, and they made us pay that time. Got a little too blitz happy. We got 40 total yards. We're going to try and run to the outside. We got 4 tight ends on the field. See how the blocking is. Fournette breaking a tackle or two. Picked up a couple yards. And we're going to try running a play with Rachaad White. Try a counter out of the Wildcat. They bring their safeties down. We don't really run a lot of Wildcat with this team. Let's see if we get good blocks. We bring it up the middle. He breaks a couple tackles before going down for a gain of 2 yards on the play. I mean, it's going to make it 3rd and manageable, but obviously not the result we had hoped for. And on 3rd and 4, we're looking at Mike Evans all the way. We're going to send Hyatt on a go. We're going to send him across the middle and see if we can... It looks like it's man coverage. Mike on the outside. He's got the one-on-one. He holds on to it. A big-time grab from Mike Evans, keeping the drive alive. Still 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. We got plenty of time. On 1st and 10, we're going to try a screen to the outside with Leonard Fournette. I'm not sure if it's really there. Oh, we couldn't get the pass to him. I think we actually had some good blocks. As Lorenzo Carter, who has been a really annoying pass rusher so far in this game, goes down with the injury, and that could help us out quite a bit, actually. We're going to try an RPO this time. Another bubble screen for Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. See if this works. And Chris Godwin's got the block from Mike. Can he get upfield? And we get up for a gain of 7, making it a 3rd and 3. And it's going to be manageable at least. This is going to be a jet touch pass for Chris Godwin on this play. I think Chris Godwin should be able to pick up the first. We'll see. Gets to the edge. Godwin with a nice stiff arm, picked up the first down, almost gets back up. And Will Hernandez, our right guard, is holding his right ankle. And, you know, not only are we thin on the defensive line, we're very thin on the offensive line as well. After trading away Shaq Mason. And now we are really going to have to focus on getting the ball out quickly. Mike Evans on the double move, on the zig, gets open again. And we love that formation. We love that play call. Mike Evans gets consistently open against man coverage. And Will Hernandez is out with the high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a couple weeks probably. God, man. Again, can't catch a single break, and we're just after the 2-minute warning on 1st and 10. We're going to try a run with Fournette. Burn a little time, see if we can get some good blocks. And Fournette actually breaking several tackles, making it 2nd and 5. You know, the run game hasn't been an issue. It's just when we fall down by so much, it becomes less of a priority. Trying to hand it off to... Oh, my God. We lost all the yards we got. They just took forever. They just played us out of bounds. They just stayed in front of us, and we really didn't have an option with Mayfield to run it, so we had to give it to Fournette. Otherwise, Mayfield was going to fumble it. Over the top. Can we get it to Irv? Irv gets in for the touchdown. A big grab by him, throwing it right down the seam, and it was open in zone coverage. I think it was zone at least. But, yeah, it was cover 2, and Baker finding the open receiver, doing a great job getting the TD for us, making it a 6-point game. Oh, my God. Oh, we made it. Oh, my God, it went in. Okay, well, never mind. It is it's a 6-point game. I thought I was going to say it's a 7-point game still, but I can't believe we made that PAT. And, yeah, so 6-point game, and the Falcons are getting the ball back with a minute and a half remaining. We'll see what they do with it. On the return, we missed the tackle initially, but finally he goes down at the 27-yard line. Okay, last possession we were overly aggressive with some blitzes. This time we're going to come out and just base cover 3. We're going to try to make it look like it's cover 2, though. The out is there, and Winfield gets beat again, getting the tackle off, but there's a flag on the play. Hopefully this is holding. Okay, great. So we're going to make it 1st and 20. That's huge for us, actually. And Chris Lindstrom is injured on the play. Their right guard, who's a 90 overall. And we're going to drop into cover 2 man. Be a little more conservative, not bring the blitz yet on 1st and 20. This could be a run with Cordarrelle. They're probably going to try to burn a little time. It's a pass again on the curl. They're just trying to get some short passes off. And they made it 2nd and 13 now after the grab by Drake London. And we're going to bring out cover 4. Not too worried about a pass over the middle. They're probably going to try to get a pass out of bounds. We're covering Kyle Pitts on the play. Going underneath. A nice tackle by Devin White on Cordarrelle. And they use their first timeout. Cordarrelle has had a not that big of an impact on this game. But Drake London with 4 grabs for 100 yards is insane. All right, we're watching the curls. Eventually they're coming open. We get there with Diabate. And instead, almost getting the completion still off is Jacoby. But instead it's going to be incomplete. Jacoby with 200 passing yards in the half. 2 TDs and 1 pick, and if we're stopping the running game, we're not stopping the passing game. Can we have a complete performance on defense? The last time we've had a really good defensive performance, I feel like, was against the Niners. And Jalen Hyatt going down at the 24-yard line with 40 seconds left and 3 timeouts. Do we dare put a drive together? That is the question with the best deep threat, one of the best deep threats in the game in Mike Evans, who's getting close to X Factor. We're going to try play action, or it's not play action, it's just a straight up run, or pass play. Mike Evans is open over the middle. Oh my god, that would have been huge. That probably would have gotten him his X Factor. He was wide open by about 5 yards. It was great blocking too. They blitzed 1 or 2 defenders. Instead, we're going to try a wide receiver screen. And it's not really there. We pick up a couple yards on the play. And the Falcons are using their timeouts now. It's just fantastic, man. Like when we were supposed to get like a 20-yard gain to Mike Evans to start the drive, and it just fell apart because Baker couldn't throw an accurate pass in the rain. Underneath, Fournette's open. We could have Godwin, but it's just slightly out of bounds, thrown just a bit too late. Just another ball that we wish Baker could get back. And instead, we're going to go into halftime, most likely 16-10 after the punt. See where they get it at. Cordarrelle near the 50, bringing them down finally, near the 50-yard line. From the 41, we're in regular cover 3. Watching over the middle. Oh my god, the deep into Drake London as he breaks another tackle. The post was wide open there. And Jacoby is up to 240 passing yards on this defense, and they're going to get a field goal attempt off. Going to look for some short passes. We got double drags coming from Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Can we put a drive together? That is the question. Irv Smith is wide open again in the seam. Continuing to play cover 3, it looks like. And just leaving Irv Smith wide open on these routes. So far, we only have 9 rushing yards, but we're going to see if we can get Fournette another carry on the fake jet sweep. Good block. Fournette almost picking up the first, despite the fact that Will Hernandez is out with injury, and the interior of the offensive line has gotten a lot worse. Pretty proud of how this O-line has played, despite the fact that, again, they're just not the most talented group. Fournette on the carry, another first down. With how things are going, I'm actually going to give Rachaad White an attempt. Seems like whenever I give Rachaad White an attempt, it ends up just killing the drive. But he's a talented young player with star dev out of ASU. Gotta give him some tries. On the carry, breaks a tackle or 2. Mike Evans is there for the block. Oh man, if we could have gotten around Mike Evans on the play, Rachaad White was gone. I hate to talk down Rachaad White, but he has just not been great for us outside of a couple explosive plays. You see if Mike Evans is open on the slant. He's not. Instead, Jalen Hyatt over the middle holds on to it. But yeah, it's like, it seems that Baker just has on and off games as well. Right now, 1 TD, no interceptions. Sometimes he just plays outstanding and has few inaccuracy issues, and sometimes he just plays terribly. Mike Evans is wide open. Beats his man one-on-one. Takes it in for the touchdown. An easy touchdown pass for Baker Mayfield. Mike Evans made it as easy as possible. They pressed on the outside, and that was basically it right there. That DB had no shot one-on-one with no safety help. All right, we're bringing a man blitz. I expect a run on 1st and 10. It's a pass. We're watching the short out by Kyle Pitts. We couldn't stay on him, though. Damn. And he breaks another tackle. For whatever reason, our tackling is incredibly sloppy the last couple of games. You know, it doesn't matter if we're cut sticking, if we're secure tackling, if we're going for big hits. They just seem to bump right off of our defenders. On the run, the outside, Cordarrelle taking it there. Devin White trying to track him down. Finally, Jaquan gets him. Cordarrelle with his 6th carry now up to 35 yards, averaging, again, a good amount of yards per carry. And that is the story of the season so far. Doesn't matter if teams run it a lot or not a lot. Either way, they're getting a lot of yards per carry. Devin White misses the tackle. We finally get the tackle, though, with Diabate. Making it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, we're going to bring cover 1 man. Eli Ricks is pressing Traquan Smith on the left. I'm kind of worried about that. Got Winfield underneath in coverage. Watching the out. Oh, Ricks is there. Oh, he's a little too slow, though. And we were worried about that route from the beginning, but we didn't stick with it, and Jacoby made us pay. He saw the exploit. He saw the one-on-one coverage from Eli Ricks. He knew that he had a good shot of beating him. Again, Traquan, I think pretty much any receiver, oh my god, Algier is not even fast and takes it in for the touchdown. I was going to say, you know, Traquan's not even fast, but even Traquan could burn Eli Ricks one-on-one with his only 88 speed. And Tyler Algier, though, takes it all the way for the TD. I think Tyler Algier has like 86 speed. Just took it all the way for the touchdown, outrunning the whole defense. And on 5 plays, taking it down for a 75-yard touchdown. The 26-yard run from Algier is just another nail in the coffin for this run defense. Jalen Hyatt on the return. Good block from Rachaad White before going down to the 25. We got Mike Evans finally an X factor after that touchdown. We're going to try to run up the middle. Or actually, we're going to try play action. We got a lot of people up on the line. We got time to make this throw. Irv Smith is open. He get the pass off. I was worried it was going to be an incompletion, but Irv Smith reached his hands out and kind of bailed Baker out on that play. Mike Evans with the grab in X Factor. I love to see it. This could be a big game for Mike, and so far a fantastic game for Baker. 66% completion percentage. The 2 touchdowns so far, no interceptions. And Irv Smith having a big game as well. Chris Godwin's been relatively quiet, but it's okay. We got Irv Smith again with another grab going down to the 31, and the rain doesn't seem to be affecting Baker nearly as much in this game. 1st and 10 after the completion, and what's the point of even going for a pass when, or what's the point of even going for a run when the pass has been so effective? And nothing's really there. We're going to throw it away. All right, we're trying an RPO with Godwin, see if Mike Evans can get a good block off. He does. Get the one-on-one matchup. Godwin taking it for a couple of yards, making it 3rd and 3. And I want to give Godwin an opportunity on the post. Mike Evans lost his X Factor? For what? Because we didn't target him on that play? Play action. Godwin on the double move. He's open. Underneath. Can he get into the end zone? Down at the 1-yard line. Damn. A great throw by Baker, though. 1st and goal from the 1. We got everybody stacked up in the middle. We're going to try a slant. Instead, Godwin's open underneath, just not even getting pressed. It's the free TD out to the flat. I think that was zone coverage. It had to be. No, it was man. Okay, well, I mean, that was just the weakest man coverage I've ever seen on one of the best receivers in the league. And they just give us the touchdown. And, God, man, Suckup just tries to miss PATs. But it is back to a 2-point game with 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter as we're kicking off the Falcons. And a high-scoring game so far. Wasn't necessarily expecting that with this weather and with 2 of the worst teams. I would say worst, but two of the teams near the bottom of the league. We're going to see if we can slow down Drake London at all. Still 5 catches for 130 yards. And I'm not sure what the recipe is to slow him down. Doesn't seem that man is working. They're targeting him in zone as well. We're going to bring a blitz with Diabate and see if we can get any pressure on Jacoby. Instead, they run it with Cordarrelle. We get the tackle. Done a good job against the run so far in this game. I mean, not a big run except for that one by Algier. Playing man coverage. Diabate turns around, and why is he not down? No. All right, EA. Clearly a glitch or something. We got to go back and look at that play. Can we throw the challenge flag on this? Okay, let's take a look. So I switch on to Diabate. I come out and try to trip him. We come out and make the tackle. We're underneath this dude, and Jaquan is behind him. And So we tackle him down. Jaquan lets go of him with contact, and he slides 3 yards and then stands back up, and they let him run it. Yeah, all right, man. All right, we're bringing pressure off the right side. See if we can get some pressure through. We're covering the middle. We can't get back there with Diabate, though. And we finally get the tackle. And Jacoby with 2 TDs and 1 interception. We've slowed the passing down a little bit. Still up to 300 passing yards, but 250 at half was absurd. We're in man coverage. We got Cordarrelle covered and Antoine Winfield making the big tackle. The new signee of the team. You know, we tried to showcase what he can do for us on the first play, bring that double safety blitz, and that did not work out at all. Bring another zone blitz. Over the middle, we're there. Instead, it's a completion on Joey Tryon's side, who is not the best coverage linebacker. Obviously more of a pure pass rusher, but got put into coverage on that play and he got bullied. Anthony Nelson got injured on that play as well. Stretch to the right side. We're there. Cordarrelle going down for only a gain of 1. And again, we've been doing good against the run, against Cordarrelle for the most part. We've slowed him down the last couple of plays. We're going to go into big nickel on 2nd and 9. I expect a pass. We're in cover 3. We're on covering Traquan Smith, who they like to target a lot. We also see Drake London on the left side of the field. The short out is there. And God, man, if I'm not usering the out route with Eli Ricks, he gets beat. But Cordarrelle running the angle route and beats Devin White, which shouldn't happen, really. Devin White should be able to cover Cordarrelle on the play. And instead, it's a TD again. And each time we score, it seems like the Falcons answer and continue to make the lead nearly 10 points. Brevin Jordan getting injured on the play. And we're going to have the kick return with Jalen Hyatt. We still got 6 minutes left in the game. It's not over yet. But if we lost, that would mean quite a bit in terms of standings and where we are in the draft. If we were to lose, we would probably, because we lost to them head-to-head, we would take over their spot at least in the draft. We would probably shoot up to like the top 3 picks. But again, we're still only halfway through the season. That doesn't really mean anything right now. On 1st and 10, we're going to run with Fournette. Good blocks off the left side. Picking up a couple of yards. And again, Fournette's just that dude that when he's running on the outside, even if you get the greatest blocks, he is just not explosive enough to really take it for a big gain. It feels like that sometimes, at least. I mean, like, sometimes he can, but it's just so hit or miss. Fournette on the catch. And able to pick it up for the first down, it looks like. Good throw by Baker, just getting it to his check down in Fournette, even though I think Cade Otton was open on the left side. All right, out of pistol, we're going to try an RPO with Godwin and Mike Evans on the left side. And Godwin could be open on this. He does hold on to it for a gain of 2. And again, Baker, you know, only 9 incompletions, 3 TDs, no interceptions, having a fantastic game, spreading it out, getting it to all of our star receivers, and to Irv Smith as well. On the triple option, an unusual play. We get out to Fournette. Fournette's wide open. He's got a big hole. He gets the truck off, going down at the 42-yard line. I don't even know what to call that. He has a lot of room on the field, but we're going to try play action now. After the run was incredibly successful, we're going to see if Mike Evans can get open. Otherwise, we're going to look for Irv Smith on the choice route. Irv Smith looks like he's open. Oh, man, what a bad ball. Oh, we got lucky it didn't get picked off. Got super lucky. I thought he was going to choose the post route, but he just went for the go, running right into the DB. We got Mike Evans getting blocks from Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans gets to the outside, taking it down to the 18-yard line. Another fantastic pass. See, that is the kind of lead pass you need from a QB to really make the bubble screens work. You need a pass where it's going to lead them forward. It didn't make him like sit there and wait. On the jet sweep from Chris Godwin, we'll see if we can get some good blocks. Blasingame with a nice block. Cutting it back inside, almost getting a great block from Irv Smith. If we would have had that block from Irv, we might have been gone for the TD. Instead, picking up 4 yards on the play is not bad. And we're going to try a run. Actually, we're going to try an RPO with the bubble screen or the orbit screen with Hyatt. We'll see if this works. Looks like it might be zone coverage, and it is. So Jalen Hyatt should be open on this play. Okay, Mike Evans on the block, and Hyatt, the rookie, going to take it in for a touchdown. Still not out of it. We have slight momentum at home. We got all 3 of our timeouts, and we'll see what happens here. It's been hard to stop Jacoby Brissett. Oh, my God. Can we... Finally, we forced the fumble. We fall on it too with Cam Taylor-Britt. I think it was Snowden that forced the fumble. A huge play at the 37-yard line. He was almost gone for the touchdown, and that is a crazy turn of events. A complete 180. Let's take another look at this. So, yeah, on the kickoff, they're returning, and Kelly, the corner, Snowden is the last man that can get to him and just lays him out, forcing the fumble, and the rookie corner, or second-year corner now, Cam Taylor-Britt, falls on it. The new player that we just recently traded for. Huge plays from our special teams guys. I mean, really, they don't really touch the field very often. They're pretty deep on the bench. Snowden's really not touching the field all too often, and Cam Taylor-Britt's our fourth corner still. All right, let's lock in. Underneath. Oh, we had the throw underneath to Irv Smith. We just couldn't get it off in time. We take the sack. At the 40, we're still in field goal range for most kickers. I would say that Suckup probably is not making a field goal from here. We're going to get the double move off to Mike Evans. Instead, we got Godwin wide open. We can't get the throw off. Why? That is brutal, man. We had Chris Godwin wide open. I hit RB, and it just didn't throw it to him. Instead, we got Godwin covered pretty well. Oh, my God. We took another sack. A nightmare drive. Truly a nightmare drive. I mean, we are punting it back to them. We were at their 30. And instead, we are back at the 50-yard line, punting it back to them. And we're going to punt it straight out of bounds, it looks like. Down at the 37. Not a great punt either. And that is like the quickest way to completely kill momentum. They've just sapped the momentum from us after we forced that turnover. And we're bringing a man blitz. Watching the outside, watching the slant. We're on the slant. The short out is covered. Kyle Pitts goes down. Finally, Eli Ricks with the tackle. There is a flag on the play. Hopefully, we can get bailed out with a hold. Never mind. Never mind. We're not getting bailed out with a hold. We're getting a roughing the passer from Diabate. And, man, when it rains, it pours. Literally. Like, it's getting worse and worse. Our luck is just terrible. They're switching formations once again. Watching Drake London on the curl. We're all over it. They're trying to abuse the cover two. A nice tackle by Devin White on Cordarrelle. We're going to go all-out run commit. And if we get beat on the pass, it is what it is. Oh, we're there. Cordarrelle gets stopped just barely on 3rd and 1. We're not using the timeout here, just in case they pick this first up. I do know it's going to burn clock. I understand that. Okay. We're bringing Antoine Woodfield down. Should definitely be a pass. Oh, my God. Or definitely be a run, but it was a pass. You know, every time we run commit, they throw it. So it's just like, I don't even know why I run commit sometimes, because the computer just knows when you run commit. And yeah, every single time you run commit, they throw it. Every single time you don't run commit, on like 3rd and short, they run it. So yeah, it's just stupid. Playing against the Eagles, playing against the Niners, we slow their offense down a little bit with our defense. And then playing against a team like the Falcons, they drop 40 points on our defense again. We play up and down to our competition. Well, with a minute left, we do have 3 timeouts left, so it's not technically over. If we can put a drive together very quickly. Godwin on the in. Yeah, the momentum's killing us right now. Trenton Simpson gets injured on the play, but we had Godwin wide open on the post route, and Baker just couldn't hit him. Baker's been accurate all game, but I think because of the momentum, it's getting to him a little bit. We're going to try the double move route over the middle. This usually results in a pick because we don't have time to make this throw. This time, can we get it off? We do. Jalen Hyatt is going to beat everybody for the touchdown. A huge play. Finally, it worked for us. It's the first time the double move has actually worked. And Jalen Hyatt is the perfect player to run it, really. When Jalen Hyatt slows down and speeds back up, I don't think there's anybody... There's almost no one that can keep up with him in the secondary. All right, we got to go for the onside. We're doing max power. We're doing it all the way to the right. And they do land on it. Can we get a big hit? Traquan on the recovery, and our punter almost actually got a big hit on him. Down at the 43-yard line. A field goal doesn't change anything really for us. I mean, it kind of does, but what we're going to do is we're going to run commit straight up. We know it's a run. They're trying to burn clock. Up the middle. Cordarrelle tried to cut it outside. We're going to use our first timeout. And we're going to come out in 4-6 defense, and we're not going to run commit. We're just going to rely on our block shedding. Got Jaquan playing very low. Probably a run up the middle. Probably a halfback zone up the middle. Fake jet sweep. Oh, it's a real jet sweep. Okay. Traquan taking it. And that almost looked like a fumble there, too. We're going to use another timeout to make it 3rd and 9. And we're staying in 4-6. It could be a pass this time. We're not going to straight up run commit. And it is a pass. At the in. Oh, Drake London. Oh, we can't force the fumble either. He picked up the first, and that's the game, dude. It's over. Looking at the stats after the game, Baker had 5 touchdown passes and no picks, and we lost. I don't think anyone would ever think that if we had 5 TDs and no picks that we would lose with Baker. Jacoby, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Having actually a slightly better performance. The NFC South is crazy, man. Like, you got Jacoby Brissett versus Baker Mayfield. They're combining for 9 touchdowns and 1 interception and going for 800 passing yards almost. It just I don't think that would ever happen. Rushing, Cordarrelle having a very similar performance to Leonard Fournette. No TDs, but Algier had that 1 carry for 26 yards that resulted in the touchdown. Receiving-wise, Drake London killed us for 177 yards and a touchdown. Mike Evans also with a really good game, 100 yards and a TD. Hyatt with his best game of the season, most likely, 4 grabs for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Godwin with 10 catches for 85 yards and a TD. A very offensive game. Irv Smith, 5 catches, 80 yards and a TD. Our 4 main receivers got all the work and really showed up in a big way. Like Irv Smith, big game. Chris Godwin, big game. Jalen Hyatt, big game. And Mike Evans, big game. Defensively, we had some individual performances that were really good. Winfield leading in tackles. Montez with 1.5 sacks. Devin White with half of a sack. Eli Ricks with an interception. And then a forced fumble by Charles Snowden in special teams. And no defensive TDs. Anyways, we take the loss to the Falcons, fall to 2-6, and now we are tied with the Falcons at 2-6 at the bottom of the NFC South. And we're actually going to be below them next week because we took a loss directly to them. So they beat us in the head-to-head so far. So we have the Week 9 bye. I'm not sure if the Falcons have a game in Week 9 or not, but then Week 10 we just play the Falcons again. So we get another rematch with this team after losing to them by 2, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a weird schedule for the season that we're going to be playing them in our next game. But thank you to those of you who are watching, and I look forward to Week 10 playing the Falcons again. And peace, you guys. I'll see you in the next episode.